Yeah. Heck, man. American Pickers ain't got nothing on me, man. Hello, junkers, resellers, garbage pickers, trash pickers. Did I ever say that? Dumpster divers.
I didn't mean to throw you off there, baby.
Yeah, man. So to me, we're just all a bunch of junkies. So today what you doing, Miss Kitty?
I just want to grab this shovel.
Pardon, Miss Kitty.
Pardon me.
You could have said howdy.
Okay.
So I showed this this old whetstone sharpener grinder, whatever you want to call it. It's actually called a 10-inch wet grinder. And doing some research on it, I'm pretty sure it was made by Craftsman. And I showed it on the video on Idaho Hillbilly, and you know, the motor. I checked the motor, and the motor was working, and I was having a problem getting it moving. So you know, I clipped off the video or whatever, and never showed it actually working. And what the deal was, this thing's been sitting for about 5 years, and the grease, you know, and all the joints was just so cold that the half horsepower motor was not turning it. But once the grease got warmed up, man, working like a charm. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting ready to bring it back because it's been sitting out there. This you actually close up of it. See, man, it's pretty dang cool, dude. Pretty dang cool. And what you do is you put water in here, you know, inside the case in there. Ooh, dusty. Put some water in there, and then when it turns, you know, it's a wet wheel, so it doesn't heat up when you're sharpening and all that. So what I'm getting ready to do right now, I'm going to go over a couple of things with you when you're, I'll show you as I clean it up. I'll probably clip in and stuff as we clean it, but we're going to clean all this up and make it, you know, just bring it back for the looks and everything, because I am going to sell this. So then where we go from there after it is cleaned up is we did the research and looked them up, and we did find some. There's one that sold just like this that sold for, how much that one sell for? 125 bucks? No, just the grinder. Yeah, anyway, man, I figure 100 bucks easy. You know, well, actually 100 bucks or I'm not going to sell it. So this is worth a $100 bill. And then researching this, and there's no half, I can't remember if we ended up finding any. A lot of quarter horse, eighth of a horse, and then bigger, you know, 1 horse motors. Didn't find too many half horse, and that too is probably worth 100 or 125 bucks. So together, you're looking at 200, 250 bucks. I didn't find any that they sold with the motor. And the problem that they're doing too, and we're going to actually figure that up, we'll probably show you us doing that too, is we're going to weigh it, measure it, and all that, and then calculate what it would cost to send it from Idaho to New York. We always use New York, you know, so that's pretty good John across the country to find out, you know, UPS prices and USPS prices and everything. So I have not made the decision. And by the time we finish this video up, I will know whether I'm going to sell this and the motor separate. For shipping purposes, it would be a lot easier on us. Or am I going to mount this back on this board, sell it with the board? Or am I going to sell the motor and this together, you know, with the belt, and, you know, let them mount it up on some other board? So that's what we're going to decide. But right now, so I pulled this off of here, and so right now I'm going to use what I got here is I actually have one that'll go on my grinder too, but I think the grinder would be too much, and we'll see how this one does. But it's a brass. You want to use brass, not a steel wire brush. I actually have a brass on the bench grinder over here too, and that's what I'll clean up a lot of the rusty metal and stuff, because this will not scratch this up because it's softer than the metal, so it doesn't scratch it up, man. You use a metal one and it'll scratch. You'll have scratch marks all over this mother. So let's see how this thing does. Okay. First, Definitely want some face stuff. All right, you definitely want to have some. Yeah, you definitely want to have some kind of face mask, man. I like to use the bandanas. Them white masks, man. They mess with my beard. I just like wearing a bandana, but you should have something when you're doing this so you ain't breathing that rusty gold, man. I always see a tag or something. Okay, so got Miss Kitty out here too. So we're going to weigh this thing. Oh, did you bring a tape measure? Oh, you did. I don't know. But we're going to weigh this thing and measure it and figure out how much it would cost to, which actually I would hack that off, but that don't matter. And figure out how much it would cost to ship it just like this. And then, I guess you can see it. And then we're going to measure them and see the other way, and then decide how we want to sell this. Because, like I said, either way, it's pretty much. Sometimes you'll take something apart,
Right.
and it'll be worth 3 or 4 times the amount if you sell them separately than together. So, definitely got to watch that. All right, first I'll set it on here.
Okay.
Look at that.
Now, this only goes to 50 pounds, so this is
Okay,
going to
you
be
ready?
over 50.
I would say it's.
Oh, yeah, it's way over 50.
Is it really?
Yeah. I think you're going to bottom out. Nope, you won't bottom out. Clear?
Yep.
Okay, that weighs about 53 pounds.
53 pounds. So then you got to count for your box and everything. So probably what, 55?
Well, I would actually give a little bit more because you want to have some solid.
60 pounds.
Yeah, over here on this side where these bolts are.
Right, to do it.
Yeah, to make sure it's safe.
So we're going to say 60 pounds.
6 pounds.
Okay, so now I'm going to so I'll pull this belt off here. I'll just pull it like this.
Oh,
I'll just weigh this.
okay, looks like that's over 26, so 27. 30.
30 pounds.
30 pounds on that.
30 pounds on just that. No, I need to pull that motor off, don't I?
Yeah, if we want to. Well, no, because because the board's going to weigh something. I was going to say. So we've got 53 together, 30. So this would be about 20 with the board.
And you could actually look up and so I need to pull it off. Because the one thing I wanted to show.
No, let's not. Let's go with. I'll just go like 18 pounds.
Okay. So we're guesstimating that. You probably shouldn't do that unless you've done enough. Yeah,
exactly.
Unless you've done enough. And actually, if we decide to sell it separately, obviously we'll pull it off, and before we list it, we will know the exact weight. The one reason that I didn't want to take it off is while you figure that out, I'm going to slap this on and show them that it works.
Okay.
And that is something I wanted to go over. Were you say something?
Yeah, I was actually. If this might be able to fit into a Regional B flat rate box, so I'll check that, and then the weight won't matter. And I wanted to ask too on the whetstone. Do either one of those pulleys come off?
Yeah, but I don't think. And
You don't wanna do
that's one of
that?
the reasons I didn't clean up behind it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to pull.
Take it apart.
I mean, that's obviously, and the difference with a little grime behind it and everything, it's not whoever buys it's buying it to use it. I
Right.
mean, yes, it's a cool piece, man. You could definitely have it for a backdrop or in a movie or whatever. But
Yeah.
for the most part, it's a usable thing. So I definitely want to. Oh, we do have to measure the stuff.
Yeah, I was going to.
Okay, so let's measure. But what I was going to get at, squirrel, kitty. But I'll always talk to you instead.
Yeah.
When you're selling any electrical, we just went through it on a thermostat that we had checked, and then the guy said, and he had electricians mess with it, which obviously they want them
sell
to buy. Yeah,
their
they want to
own.
sell him the thermostat. We had it tested, knew it worked. It was brand new in the box, and we just had to refund almost $100 because he said it didn't work. And now we've got it back. We got it back. Got the refund, part of business.
Yeah.
But it's something, especially when you can show that it works, and that's one thing that's cool about YouTube videos and having a video camera, is I'm going to hook this up. I'm going to film the serial number, and then we will also, before we list it, we'll, depending on whether we do it separate or together, we will do a little clip video holding, something with the date showing that this thing was working and show the serial number.
Yeah.
So that way you got documentation. So when this guy says, "Hey man, I'm gonna send him back this piece of crap when I got,"
Right.
we can, and they do it to YouTube. I say, "Wait a minute," or not YouTube, but eBay. I can say, "Wait a minute, eBay, I got a video. Let me send that to you."
Yeah.
It works. Trust me.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take this back with you.
Okay.
I'm going
Can
to
I
slap
measure
this.
real quick?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Can I get ahead of myself?
Yeah, you guys
man?
don't have to watch me do this.
Slap this bad boy together just to show. So as you can see, works good. Obviously the belt can be tightened up a little bit. Let's get working. Let's grab a little something here. I don't want to do too much. Like you're doing, blade. Okay. Sharpen it right up. All right, let's see what Miss Kitty comes up with. Alright, Miss Kitty's got a process. Figured we'd sit in here, and it's a little warmer in here, so I've got it all cleaned up. I'm probably going to Marvel oil it down a little bit, just to, I might not, I don't know. But they're also, and I meant to show it out there, and I gotta see, we're gonna go out there with magnifying glass, because there is a little tag on it that might say Craftsman, might not. So that,
Yeah, it could be institutions.
but the old Craftsman were the old, the old school ones were.
Right,
so it
they're
might
metal
be.
tabs,
We'll have to look at it, but I'll show you.
Cool.
All right, so what do we got?
Okay, do you want UPS prices or United States Post Office prices?
I want them all.
Okay, if we sent the whole kit and caboodle attached to the board to send it through the post office, that's going to be $146.
Woo!
Ouch. If we ship it through UPS, it's $78.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
And I would be adding insurance on top of that, so that is just the shipping price. That does not include shipping insurance, which I would
Definitely have insurance.
definitely.
Always insure.
Yeah, that's a whole kit and caboodle, board, everything.
That's good.
Without the board, but the two components together, shipped together through the United States Post Office, $142.
Dang.
And through UPS, $75. So there really isn't that much of a difference in the price with or without the board. And I would suggest, if you want them both to go together,
Just ship them on the board.
Ship them on the board.
Absolutely,
That's
because
gonna
it would
give
hold
you
them
a
apart,
better-
man. You can stuff
Correct.
stuff in there. Okay.
Yes. Okay. If you want to do just the whetstone through the post office, $83. And these are prices. I don't know if we said this to New York.
Yeah, I said that. Well, I said that.
Okay.
So that's from
Right.
Idaho, from the Idaho mountains all the way to New York City.
Yeah, and if you know about regional rates with the post office, if it's in our own region, it's going to be less than this for the USPS. So for just the whetstone, $83 through the post office, through UPS, $40. And that's the other thing I got to say here too. These prices are. I guess I should have told you that before we started this too. We have a UPS shipping account with our PayPal account. If you were to take your this item into a UPS store to ship it, it's going to be double these prices probably, most likely. don't quote me on that, but these prices are because we pack it ourselves, we print the labels, and we take it to a UPS drop-off. We're not purchasing it through a UPS store, so that's a huge difference.
Well, and a lot of people probably wonder why we don't. 'Cause FedEx, and they just started a new
Yes,
deal with
they
eBay.
did.
We actually got to check in. We don't even know where. We've never been a huge fan of
No.
FedEx, but they're making some offers right now.
They're big.
That
The
where we can
last time
save.
we have shipped FedEx, the last time we shipped something FedEx, after I printed the label, I assumed that there would be somewhere close that I could drop it. No, the closest drop was in
Fruit.
Payette.
I thought we dropped it in Fruit.
Oh, it was Fruit.
Yeah, and the people were just snooty
And they
because
were-
we didn't pay them
they're-
we were just dropping it
right.
off. And they're just like,
Right, and so,
So,
we
yeah,
were
that
like,
was-
and that's how far away is Fruit?
that's
from here?
about 80 miles. Well, 80 miles one way, so 160 mile
miles
round
round
trip to
trip.
drop a package. I don't
And
think I can
if
do
that
that.
saves me $40
No.
and I want to do some grocery shopping, okay,
No.
maybe, but not on a.
And we don't have a UPS. The closest UPS drop for us is in McCall, but we have the little town up the road. There's this place that we can drop them off at a business, and it's kind of a pickup, so that makes it nice. And I thank them for that.
Okay, so the Whetstone by itself, UPS is $40. The motor by itself through the United States Post Office, $60, and through UPS, $25.
Dang, man, that's a big difference. So it's definitely going UPS.
Yeah.
And then, that goes back to some of those, numbers, people shipping on those things, and I was like, holy crap, $100 or whatever. But really, maybe they only use. So if you were
Right.
using USPS and you
Right.
only used UPS, then
Right.
or USPS, then it is
Right.
going to be that kind of money.
Yep.
So now, we got to decide. Do you know how? What do you think, and how we should sell it? It's the same money.
Right.
So I think really, man, the way it's
Right.
and the other thing you got to look at is the demand.
Right. And I'm not out there working in the shop with a Whetstone, but is that like the perfect setup, or is somebody just looking for the Whetstone because they have a motor, or
Right.
that motor could be used for?
Oh, the
a
motor could be
lot of
used for
different
everything,
things.
and that's
So-
when we started talking about it. One of the things I was thinking, and there wasn't a lot of half horsepower motors on there.
Right.
So the demand on a half horse, there's a good chance that I could get my $100. I'm probably looking, if I put them on separate, I'm gonna probably put them on for $125 a piece for best offers, man. And I'm obviously gonna want,
Right.
at least $100. But if I sold them together, I may put 150. I don't know. I got to research and stuff, so we'll see what I end up. The motor, I might actually put a little higher
Or maybe
because
run
there
it
isn't.
at an auction. I'm leaning towards splitting them.
Yeah. Yeah, and for shipping too, for us, for the packing. You take that. If you're really not going to make no more money, is it going to be more of a pain in the butt to
Right.
pack that
Yeah.
big thing, and then you got to hoof it in, because we had to carry it in the thing and all the.
Right.
So, so I guess we'll keep you posted on how we.
Our
how we
final
ended up doing that.
conclusion.
Yep. And then probably not going to add it into this video, but we did have a fairly good. I think we sold a half dozen things last night. That's always nice when you're sitting in there eating chicken noodle soup. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! I like that.
Me too.
So we'll probably do I thought about clipping it into this, but I think we'll just go with what we got here. So, man, please check out the links below, and please like and subscribe. Trying to build this channel, man. We're getting closer to that 1,000, and I think we decided. I don't know exactly how we're going to do it, but I think we're going to do. I don't know. A gift certificate or something for our store. We haven't figured out exactly how much or anything like that. We're not, we ain't doing postcards or nothing like that, so we'll figure out how. But after we hit that 1,000, and with YouTube, man, I want to get over the 1,000 because I could make it there and then I could go back down. But we will discuss that later. But we will be doing a drawing after
Once
we
we're
hit the.
safely over that.
Yeah, once we're safely over that hump, man, we'll be doing a drawing for. I would say, well, we'll do some kind of gift certificate. I don't know exactly how much and stuff.
Drawing, just some kind of giveaway.
Yeah.
We'll decide.
Yeah, we'll decide. We'll let you know on that. So, man, make sure you subscribe. And tell your friends, man, like, subscribe, and share. Check out I just started another sale on the eBay store. Got another 500 items on sale, so get over there and check that out. It's a great way to support the homestead. And we appreciate that.
And we appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, that's my line. I got it all mixed. Oh, that's that other channel.
I was waiting for that.
You get so dang confused, man. And so, then this channel, man. Oh, and check out mountainjunkers.com. It's working on it still, man. It's a work in progress. That's what it is. So, remember, keep your eye on the skyline and your nose to the wind. And if you're out there treasure hunting, hope you find some color in the bottom of your pan. See ya!